Hey, my name is Justin. I'm a licensed real estate agent, and I have been in this position for just about a year, and I want to take a moment to explain to you some of the benefits and struggles I have learned over this last year of being a realtor. So a quick background about myself is I have been in the nursing field for 13 years, 3 of those as a PCA and then 10 of those as a nurse. And I have made a switch into real estate. And I just kind of want to take you through some of those things that I have learned in that first year so that I can help you better understand what it might feel like to go into that transition into real estate as well. So we're making a 5-part series. Last week we talked about how to become a realtor. And this week we are talking about the benefits and the struggles of being a real estate agent. So like I said, in that first video, we talked about the steps on how to become a realtor. So if after watching this video and learning about the benefits and the struggles of being a realtor, then make sure to go back and watch that first video so you can learn how to become a realtor. So today I want to focus on 5 struggles of being a realtor, and I want to focus on 5 benefits of being a realtor. And I'm actually going to share a 6th benefit at the very end. It's the one that I hold most close to my heart, and I just want to share that one with you as well. So let's start off with the advantages of being a realtor. Like I said, I want to focus on 5 different things here. The first one is the flexibility in your schedule. Being a realtor, it's really great because you get to create your own schedule however you want. That being said, there are things that you have time commitments for, but you get to build it into your life. So if I have to go do a showing or I have to have a meeting, I can set those up to fit my time frame. I mean, of course, you're gonna have some people who need to have it done at this time, but generally speaking, I get to set my own hours, which is great. But I will say this can also be kind of a disadvantage if you're somebody who isn't really good with time management. So if you're somebody who's not good with time management, maybe going into this field isn't the right thing to do. But for the most part, if you're good with time management, this can be a fantastic opportunity because it's something where you can have that perfect work-life balance that you might need. Second thing I want to focus on is the earning potential of being a realtor. I think that most people think that realtors just make a ton of money. That can be true, but you really have to work for it. So with the earning potential of being a realtor, you kind of get what you put into it. So if I don't put much time into what I am doing, the earnings aren't going to be that great. If I put a lot of time and effort into what I'm doing, you can have great rewards with that as well. And the cool thing about being a realtor is that there really isn't any cap to how much you can make. You can make endless amounts of money doing it. Again, though, it's how much effort and time you put into it. The third benefit is career independence. So being a realtor, while you are working with a brokerage, you are still your own boss. You get to control everything that you do as far as scheduling goes and what you do. There certainly are things that are required of you to do, usually not set by the brokers, but usually set by like National Association of Realtors. You have things that you have to do, like your continued education. But for the most part, you are your own boss. You get to do your own thing. So if you want to wake up every day at 10 in the morning and then work till 3, you can. Again, don't expect to make it really far doing that. But that's just kind of the idea, is you get to work however you want. You do need to be careful with this though, because you are your own boss. So you need to remember that you are in control of everything. There isn't somebody there who is telling you what to do and when to do it by. So if you're somebody who kind of struggles with having to manage your own time and what to do, and you need to be told what to do, this might not be the field for you. But if that's something you're excited about and you want to do, then this could be a great opportunity for you. The next thing we'll talk about is having your own dynamic and kind of diverse work environment. It's really kind of fun being in real estate because there are many different areas that you can go into. You can be in residential, or you can be in commercial, agriculture. There's a lot of different niches that you can go into. And by doing that, you kind of get to fill what makes you excited. You get to do the things that make you excited. And there are so many different avenues and paths that you can go that every single day is a little bit different. And I think that that is something that's exciting. I like the opportunity to be able to focus on one thing, and if I want, I can also kind of dabble in something else and learn that. You do have to be cautious though and not fall into the shiny object syndrome and just go over to what looks exciting, but rather focus on one thing at a time. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. But it is really exciting having every day be a little bit different. And the last thing that I think is really cool and exciting, and one of the biggest benefits of being in real estate, is it is really rewarding and exciting when you help someone find their forever home, or when you help someone who has a small business and they want to find the right location for it. There is something truly exciting about finding that place for them and working with them and seeing the excitement they get from the place that you help them find. So all of those things sound absolutely wonderful, and they are, but we also have to remember there are some struggles that we need to focus on as well. So I just want to share you some of the struggles that I have seen over my time as a real estate agent. The first and biggest struggle that comes with being a realtor is you are going to notice that you have an irregular income. One month, you might have $400 come in, and the next month, you might have $40,000 come in. Each month is going to be a little bit different, and there might be periods of time as well where you don't have any income coming in. And that can be for a month, 2 months, 3 months, it can go up to 6 months. So you have to be kind of prepared for that mentally and financially. The other thing that kind of comes with that is being smart with the income that comes in and realizing that you might get $40,000 one month, but that doesn't mean you actually have $40,000 after you take away taxes. So it's something that you need to kind of consider when you're going into this field, is your income isn't consistent, and that's something that is a little bit of a challenge. The next biggest struggle is this field is a highly competitive and rather saturated field. Just think about yourself. I'm sure that you know someone who is a realtor. Everybody knows a realtor. So how do you make yourself stand out among the rest? That's something that takes a lot of time and effort, a lot of self-marketing, a lot of just getting out there and getting your name out there. The third thing that I feel is a big struggle is managing the stress and pressure that comes with this career. In this career, you have things like you have to manage your time, you have to manage other people's times, there's tight deadlines, there's deals that need to be finished, and you have to take on all of that. So one thing I just want to stress right away at the beginning is just making sure that you don't let that stress bog you down, but rather use that stress as something that's positive and helps you kind of move forward. One thing that I'll say to build off of that as well is to help out with that stress and pressure that you might feel is learning when it's okay to say no. I think as real estate agents and just generally as people, we all like to help others out and we want to do what we can for others, but it's essential to make sure that you safeguard yourself. And I think this comes back to my nursing background, but I truly believe that you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others, and always remembering that you can't pour from an empty cup. So knowing when it's okay to say no is huge, and practice that as you need. There might become some time where you want to go do something with your family, but somebody is asking you to go do a showing of a property at that time. It's okay to say no, and just realize that you have to come first. The fourth struggle is this career is very time consuming. So this kind of goes with the stresses and pressures we were just talking about, but there is a lot of time consuming things that you are doing as a real estate agent, and you might find that you are working the evenings, the weekends, maybe a little bit on holidays, which can be hard. But I will go back to what we were talking about with the positives, is that at the same time, it's time consuming. You still get to build your schedule the way that you want. And I don't think that having a 50 or 60 hour work week is bad, at least personally I don't, as long as you're able to still do the things that you really want to do in life. The last struggle I feel like is, while it is exciting to have something that is ever changing and a career that is different every single day, that is something that can be a little bit of a challenge as well. There's so much to learn in this field. There's so much to learn in this entire industry, and it's up to you as a self-employed person to make sure that you educate yourself on those things and make sure that you're up to date on all the different trends that are happening. And so making sure that you follow up and continue on that education is important. And just know that it's a struggle in a way, because it's up to you as an individual to learn those things and then be able to put those things into practice. Okay, so we talked about the struggles of being a realtor, and those things do sound kind of scary, and they are a lot to take on, but I do want to point out that there are a lot of things that you can do, and a lot of resources that you can use to help you with that. One thing being just a lot of training and education that some of that stuff is required, but that training and education is going to be huge in helping you with this. There's also finding mentors in your area. So in the brokerage that I work with, I have a great team who's been doing it for a long time, and they're really good mentors. You can go to them, ask them questions, they can give you some feedback. So just trying to find mentors to help you in your first year or even down the road is essential as well to help with those struggles that you might have. Another thing that you can use is technology. There's a ton of different technology out there that you can utilize, such as CRMs, which are things that help manage your pipeline. Those are different tools that you can use to help keep you organized and keep you going and be effective in your role. The other thing is just searching the internet and finding useful educational videos, much like the one that you're watching today. There's a ton of information out there that you can use, and these will all help you get through those struggles of being in this role. So then with all these stresses and struggles, why would anybody want to go into this role? For me, this is that other benefit I wanted to tell you about. I like it for that self-fulfillment. I think that in this role, you get to really take on a lot of things that make you happy, and you get to be the manager of your own time, which for me is absolutely essential. I want to be able to control my time. I feel like being able to control your time, you are able to enjoy your life to the fullest. Not only that, I feel like I'm getting to do something for myself and build something kind of from the ground up in a way. And I'm excited to be able to do that. I've always wanted to run a business, and this is a really good way to be able to run a business, and you can kind of work with a team. There's a ton of people that do this. You're not starting over, you can go work with other people. So I love going into this field for that self-fulfillment aspect of it. Being a realtor is truly rewarding, and it is a real fun journey to take on. It is very demanding, it takes a lot of your time, and it takes a lot of effort. But I do think that it's something that, if done right and you really prepare yourself in the beginning, it's something that can be really rewarding and fun down the road. So try to take lessons from these struggles today that you've learned and see, do you really want to deal with those struggles? But also just realize that there are a ton of benefits with something like this. So if this is something that you still feel you want to do and you are curious on how to become a realtor, go back and watch our first video. It will kind of explain the big steps that you need to take to become a realtor. Now that we've talked about the benefits and the struggles of being a realtor, we've talked about how to become a realtor. We're going to go on to the third video here in a moment, which is talking about finding the right brokerage that works for you. There is a lot that goes into that as well. So join us on that video. But if you've liked this one, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like, the subscribe, and follow us along this journey as well. And then also leave comments in the bottom. If you got any questions or concerns, let us know. We'll be happy to help you out through those as well. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.